I'm fresh off releasing my second ever commercial Steam game, ColorNova. Let's talk about how I designed the perfect achievements and how you can too. If you didn't already know, my name is Tez Fraser. I'm a game dev and content creator. I just released ColorNova, a color matching space shooter shoot 'em up bullet hell. Links are in the bio if you want to support me and check out the game. It's easily my best work yet. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. So, achievements. I think these ideally fall into one of two main categories. Either something that the player does casually, intrinsically during regular gameplay, or a stretch goal of some kind, a challenge. So, for example, in ColorNova, you get an achievement every time you unlock a new ship. This isn't really a challenge, it's more of an attaboy. You're doing what you're supposed to do, it's the regular course of the game. Whereas this next achievement, to score 10,000 points in the game without picking up an active pickup, in ColorNova, pickups spawn every 45 seconds. You more or less had to avoid them to not pick one up before hitting 10k. This is not the kind of thing that someone does accidentally. In any good game, you should probably have a mix of both. Now, this depends on the genre of your game, of course, but if you have the capacity to challenge your players, you probably should. It's engaging and hardcore gamers will love 100% in games. For ColorNova, the ship unlock achievements were almost a given, and this allowed me to not have to have an internal notification in the game for when the soft locks are completed. Those are your easiest achievement ideas. Unlocked a new world, completed a set of levels, unlocking characters, etc. Those are pretty easy to come up with. Challenging achievements, however, they're kind of hard because you have to define a baseline of some kind. In my experience, I tend to be pretty good at my own games, so I use myself as the challenge. But then I watch all my friends and family play my games. Are they as good? It's about finding that happy medium. And that doesn't mean that you have to create an infinite amount of tiers either. I have these club achievements in ColorNova that reward you for reaching certain scores, but I stop at 50k. I've had way higher scores than that. I know that there are higher scores to be had than that, but the average player score is well below 50k, so I didn't feel the need to go beyond that. And once you find the baseline numbers for the various mechanics in your game, then you can start to create stretch goals. Perhaps it's about collecting or destroying a certain number of things. I have an achievement that you unlock for using your Nova a certain amount of times, or one where you get an achievement for destroying a certain number of meteors over the lifetime of the game. These are to encourage playing longer, creating a meta-like mini game. Challenge achievements actually have a minor subcategory. I'll call it Pavlov. Basically, they're achievements that are designed to make a player do something or discover something that you want them to experience. I have one to use all the Novas in the game at least once, and the same with the ships. One to play with a friend and one to try out Nightmare mode. All of these achievements are designed to force the player to experience the entirety of the game, instead of just using the first ship, Nova, and game mode they see. It's extra encouragement to actually experience the full game instead of just the small circle that they think is the game. And not to be left out, the Intrinsic category also has a sub/mini category that I like to call Oopsie Daisy. These are achievements that are typically hidden, and they cover behaviors that are accidental or just bound to happen. So for example, perhaps you were making one of those clicker games that has the auto clicker, and you can make an achievement that's like, oh, you tried to click when you didn't need to. You know, it's a little cheeky. For a personal example, there's actually an achievement in ColorNova where you get it for scoring under 1000 in any game mode. It's probably just bound to happen to you, and it's literally called You Tried. And it's kind of just a funny little wink at the player. Or I have another for losing the game while you're trapped in air jail. It's bound to happen at some point, and I'm there to say, hey, I knew that was going to happen to you, and I also think it's funny. These are my favorite types of achievements to make, because it's very rarely that we as the developers really get to make fun of our players. It's actually the closest I might ever get to interacting with some folks. So let's recap. We have intrinsic achievements with the subcategory of Oopsie Daisy, and then we have challenge achievements with the subcategory Pavlov. You can more or less apply these categories to any mechanic or exploration in your game and come up with dozens of fun achievements. Now, if you're wondering how many achievements you should be making, well, that's largely up to you and your game. My first Steam game Trivia War only had 16 achievements, whereas ColorNova has 37 and counting. It really just depends on the content of your game. I will say though, no matter the scope and size of your game, you should probably aim for a minimum of 10, but ultimately you should do whatever feels right for your game. You have to trust in yourself and your own ability. So let me know in the comments, how do you like to design achievements? Or if you're not a game dev, what kind of achievements do you like the best? Is there perhaps a secret fifth category that I don't know about? Do you like my strategy for making achievements? I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you found this video helpful to you or interesting, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to support my game dev efforts, please go buy ColorNova on Steam. Every purchase helps support me and this channel. Once again, my name is Tez Fraser. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.